have a tiny little window of time. I've had meetings all day, and I have them at 1 as well. So I had a scarf lunch. It's 12:20. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the time because I do have that 1 o'clock. But I wanted to get a little painting in, and what I wanted, if I do nothing more while I'm up here for the next 30-ish minutes, if I do nothing more than get the face right, get his face at least shaped right, that's a big win. It's worth it. So I want to be transparent on what I'm doing, and I've not done this, but to me this is, we call it cheating if you want, but I knew I had something wrong here. The distance here bothered me. There were some things wrong. So what I did was I took this picture and I took a picture of this into GIMP, which is the product I use, which is like Photoshop or Illustrator, I guess. It does, it's a vectored piece of software. But nonetheless, what I did was I took this and I drew a line around the most important parts and I overlaid it there. So what that tells me is I've got a little bit of drawing stuff wrong, and it shows me where. So for me, that's incredibly helpful. Is it cheating? Maybe. But that's what I'm doing, so I don't want to hide that from you guys. That's the rest of the painting, I didn't do that. But for this, as I'm struggling a little bit in here, would I have gotten it without it? Yeah, maybe. But this is better. And it's not bad off. The hairline I have pretty bad off, which was the main thing that was bothering me. The other things, I may not have modified or figured out, but they're there, so I'm going to fix them. So the challenging part, it always is when you paint like me and you remix paints, right? I don't have oils. It's not like I've got a pile of this stuff sitting here from yesterday that I can dip into. But I do want to lose a little bit of that hair. And it's about right here, I guess. Just pretty good match. Oh, that wasn't good. That turned good. Not a big deal because I need to go over that again anyway because I got it too warm. So this will do something about like that, right? I want to feather that out a little because I'm okay that there's places back here that are a little brighter, lighter, adds a little interest. In case that dries light, normally acrylics dry darker, so I'm probably okay with that. Yeah. So I got that. That's the only thing I think I got to negatively paint out of here. I didn't get that very good, did I? A little bit of a bump. I don't want to get rid of too much of that because it is. Just a little. All right. Maybe subconscious, but it already looks a little bit better. let's go ahead and mix my attempt at getting his hair closer to what it picture looks like. Definitely darker, blacker. I'd say black. Maybe even a little gray. Don't listen, Andrew. So I'm looking at where on this side that comes down just a smidge, just a smidge. Just a smidge. So let's go back. I've got the color. So there's the lines. So if I remember, and I may not remember, but if I remember what this stuff is, it was that there was well, I guess I don't need to guess. Yeah, it's very faint though. It's nothing like what I got. There's some, what's the term I'm looking for? Sideburns, maybe, I guess you'd call them. That high up, maybe not. It's more hair. This is hair. Get this darker. And I know there's places where it's lighter than this, but there's places it is darker. So let's mix it a little bit lighter. This comes down, it goes here and back much more, right? About, doesn't that be perfect? This is lighter than that, so what we can do is we'll see how this is doing. Let me just wipe it out, right? Did I put a mark on here? Wow, I did. Look at that. Woo-wee. So this turns light, right? Soft edge in the front. There's, let me just make sure y'all can see that. Oh, it went back, okay. We're going to go, like there's some of this happening. I'm just going between darks and lights. There's a little bit of this happening. Soft stuff. That looks like a hard line there, doesn't it? Not really a hard line. So that comes down to about there. Let's go whiter. Have to go back and forth. So that is right there, right? So very vague. I know I'm getting this wrong, but I'll make an attempt. So this comes down more. Got the shape now. Closer. So this will be a lot brighter, right? A lot brighter than what I have it there. There's transitions up in here. Better there. Again, nobody's going to look at this, but it still needs to make sense. So that hair will soften the front of that, but at least it is down more, because I thought I called that yesterday, but I needed some more help, as you've seen. Not perfect, but good enough for the moment. We're going to bring that, what I would call the eye socket or eyebrow, down a little. I had most of this pretty decent. Ears out a little. So let's try, again, got to mix it from scratch. All I'm doing is white. I'm going to see how this works. Just white and just a smidge of burnt sienna. I have to go back and forth to see what this looks like. I kind of like that actually, but it's wrong. It's wrong, but I like it. Yeah, I guess it's probably safe to just use this right there. It's even lighter than that, but right now I'm going to put that in. This is maybe a good color to soften that transition there. Nose pretty good. Corner of that mouth, correct. Corner here off a little. Just, I mean, a smidge. She's a smidge off. She's a smidge off. Let's see how much, see that little crease there? Let's see how much it's off. Because I didn't really mark that, but it is, if this is up more, that needs to go up a little bit. Little teeny things, are they important? Hell yeah, they're important. Looking more like him. Looking more like him. So let's go back here. I'm gonna put this little line in, and it's warm. It's a warm light. Now, is it burnt sienna warm, or is it red warm? There's some places, and you don't want him to look like he's got lipstick on, but there's some places that, and you never know till you put it up here. I normally get this too red to begin with. There's some places that are warm. And then they disappear. Look, it's not, just don't paint if it's not there. Look, there's no, you want to put that, or I want to put that line in. No, it's not there. So we're going to put this little dot right there. And this, so if I can get it shaped right, I apologize. I know I'm in your all's way. A little big, but I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to let it dry and fix it. Because if I smudge that in that light area, then it's going to suck. I don't want to suck. He's got, let's see if I can wing it. there's a shape here. I don't know if it's important to the expression, but there's no use in taking any chances because it is there. This comes like that more. Just mixing a super bright color, which won't be as bright, never is as bright as I want it to be. I'm really trying to, there's a shape here. Completely forget that this is a face. There's a shape here that I'm just trying to mimic. That's all I'm trying to do there. It comes back here. This comes in a little. Be careful, John. Be careful, John. I got that cool spot that does not make sense. Nostril right there. Nostril right there. A little warm, but the expression is starting to happen. A little warm, a little harsh. Wait, I'm gonna wait for that to dry to fix it. Again, you got acrylics going here. I got a lot of options on how to fix things. And again, I'm a pro at fixing things because I've screwed up plenty. Now this hairline looks out. Did I miss that? No, I didn't. Just looks out to me, but maybe I don't have the width of his face right. Oh, I didn't do his, look at that, I didn't do his face. I think I do have this wrong. I think this comes out just a wee bit, right, like that. It's a little yellow, a little yellow. Just gonna see how this looks. A little too much, but we're gonna leave it for now. A little too yellow. Spots probably, little spots probably make sense. It does definitely make it look like it's a bright sun. Look on that lip. I mean, that's right. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? There's some yellow. I mean, you can look at something long enough and make it whatever you want, but I mean, there's some yellow in here. Little spots. Maybe even a little bit on that nose. I may end up leaving some. I think it's a little too yellow up here, but some of that I think is important. It's important. Mix tough with the little, facial hair he's got there, because it's not a full-blown beard, which makes it tough for Johnny. But we'll see. I may be able to pull it off. May be able to pull it off. Probably not. Probably going to get this too much of this on my brush. It's probably going to be purple. Yeah. Too much. It's too dark, I think. There'll be places that's not, but help soften it. Right, it's a little harsh there. Put some down in here. This down here, if you notice, because that blue, this is, to me, cooler than that. I don't know if you see that or not, but I see it. So that's the way I'm going to paint it. This comes like that a little bit more. Got a little white there, don't know what happened there. Do that for now. Put something back yonder. Back yonder. Just put little spots down. And we'll have little areas that we make it even darker. We'll make it darker. Am I good on time? Yeah, doing all right. Doing okay. So this comes down, right? There's this right here. It's starting to happen. You see it's starting to happen. I really don't want it to be hard edge, as hard as I got. So what you do, you wipe out some of the paint. Wipe out some of the paint. I'm just trying to put this a little bit more in certain areas so it reads like facial hair. Don't want to get it too dark. Trying to squint as much as I can. There's a little spot, and I don't want to go too dark. I don't want to over exaggerate, but there's a little spot right there. Right there. Too dark. Value too dark, right? Value too dark. Let's see if this is okay. Nope. Better, but not okay. It's so bright beside it. It's really tough to get it light enough. And then soften it, soften it, soften it. Better, better, better. Yes, it's better. It's better. Get rid of that harsh line down his nose, which we'll do a little more of that later. Sometimes I look at this and go, what were you thinking, John? What the heck were you thinking? It almost looks like I took a pencil there. I'll do more of that. Let that dry. It's happening. So because he doesn't have a full-on beard, and because he didn't, I don't want to pretend like he did, we're going to take a lighter color, wipe out most of the paint. You couldn't see. When I say wipe it out, this is what I'm doing. I'm just wiping it out. And forget that y'all can't see everything. There's highlights. It's not this color. Highlights back in here. Just the tip of this brush. I'm looking here. It's tough stuff. It's tough stuff. It is. It starts happening. I said what I wanted to do was to come up here and get the shape. And I think I've got it better. So here's when it starts looking a little better, maybe, if I don't screw it up, which could. Sure could. I can screw this up real quick. Very little paint on here because I know this is not a hard edge. I know it's not a hard edge. Hard to put it down where it's not, though. And look, it's not, it's just here. And this cross is in my way. I probably should find the original picture that I haven't modified. I don't have it handy. The end of that brush. Just the end of the brush. There's a very, and I'm not saying I see it this way, but I know it's this way. Very dark, very warm line, and it has to be warm because it's between living tissues munched together. It's impossible that it's not warm. Just a little bit. Not sure while we're here. Maybe that's too dark. Ear. Too dark? Yes, it is. I'll fix it later. Starting to look better. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but I want it to be decent. That's really hard there. So we've got light on that lip. And I overdid it. And we got some light that goes under that. This is much brighter. This is much brighter. Again, remember, nobody's going to be looking at this, but I want to get this to look like that as much as I can. I'm going to make an executive decision, and I'm going to wipe out a lot of that paint. And I'm going to try to tickle that little line away. See how that reads? I mean, it is a pretty harsh line, and I lost it. And it's meant to be. Definitely too yellow here. Some spots that I'm okay with the yellow. I need to, because there's a little bit that's still bothering me because I haven't fixed it, and then this is the last thing I'm going to do because I gotta go, gotta me. But I want you to see this. Didn't bring my brush. brush out well enough. It's a little dirty. Wonder why. I use the same brush for everything. And I don't clean it out good enough. But main thing to learn is to start a new pile. Start a new pile. Clean the brush out, new pile. There we go. There we go. It was, his head was a little framed kind of like a sticker because of that outline I had left there. Still, there's a shape here that I don't have right, I think. There may be this highlight coming down that I don't have, which is throwing me off. It looks like this chin is too abrupt. Did I? Aha. Aha. Gosh, good job, John. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, this chin looked like it was sticking out too much, and I actually uncovered that and didn't finish my job. That may have been a little too much, but it looks better, definitely. I'll use some blue maybe. No, that's about right. There's a little bit of blue here. When I mean this color, I need to probably chip away a little bit there. And I may do this one more time, meaning take this picture and do this again just to see, did I get it all? I know there's some things in here that are too hard edge. Let's look back here. Right from a distance, if I'm back here, 6-7 feet away, it looks much more like him, looks a little more photographic, which I'm not necessarily after, but I need to soften it. There's some hard edges. There's some values that are wrong as I squint down, right? But there's some areas in the eye that I need to soften up. In his ear, I got that too dark, and I knew that. But that's more better. She's more better. I might not, I don't know. I may do what I've been doing just because I'm to the point where I'm being picky. I may not record the last, probably, knowing me, an hour that I'll spend on this, or maybe even more, and bore you all with it, because it's going to be a lot of just me looking and touching and looking and touching. The base is done. I do need to fix things, but next time you see me, we may be done. I don't know. We'll see. Bye.